So the Galaxy Z Flip 8 is almost here, July 22nd, and thanks to a wave of leaks, we basically know everything already. The specs, the chipset drama, the charging situation that's got people heated. Let's get straight into it. Let's talk about the elephant in the room first. The Flip 8 just cleared SGS certification, and that listing exposed the charging speed, 25-watt wired. That's 9 volts at 2.77A on a phone that'll cost you around $1,000 in 2026. What makes it worse, the Fold 8 and Fold 8 Ultra are both getting 45-watt charging, so Samsung is actively giving its cheaper foldables slower charging than its bigger siblings. Every other manufacturer is pushing charging forward. Samsung is the outlier here, and it shows. The battery itself is a 4300 mAh dual-cell unit with 15-watt Q2 wireless charging also on board. Not terrible, just not what you'd expect at this price in this year. Now, the chipset situation is actually fascinating. Samsung is going with a split processor strategy depending on where you buy the phone. Customers in the US, Canada, China, and Japan get Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. Meanwhile, buyers in India, Europe, and South Korea get Samsung's own Exynos 2600, a 2nm 10-core chip. Earlier leaks said it would be all Exynos globally, so this is a notable reversal. Why the split? Cost. The Exynos 2600 is reportedly expensive to manufacture, and Qualcomm has come in with a better price offer, so Samsung's managing both supply and margins by using two chips. Both versions are expected to handle daily use, gaming, and multitasking well, but it's still a split that some buyers won't love depending on which region they land in. And for reference, the Fold 8 and Fold 8 Ultra go Snapdragon exclusively across all markets. Alright, let's run the full spec sheet because there's a lot here. Display. The main screen is a 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X with 120Hz adaptive refresh and 2600 nits peak brightness. There's even talk of a potentially creaseless screen structure. The cover display is a 4.1-inch edge-to-edge flex window. Design. Unfolded dimensions are 166.8 by 74.4 by 6.6 millimeters. Folded, it's 85.4 by 74.4 by 13.2 millimeters, about 0.5 millimeters thinner than the Z Flip 7. Weight comes in at around 180 grams. Leaked case images from Thinborn confirm the familiar clamshell design is staying. No dramatic redesign this generation. Cameras. 50-megapixel main sensor, 12-megapixel ultra-wide on the back, and a 10-megapixel front camera. RAM and storage, 12 GB RAM with 256 GB or 512 GB storage options. Software, launching on Android 17 with One UI 9.1, packed with upgraded Galaxy AI tools, and Samsung's continued 7-year software update support. So that's the Galaxy Z Flip 8 in full. A gorgeous display, a slimmer fold, solid cameras, and a chipset situation that varies by region. But that 25-watt charging on a $1,000 phone is going to be the headline people keep coming back to, and rightfully so. Samsung is playing it safe this cycle, while competition is only getting fiercer. The real pressure comes later in the year when Apple enters the foldable space for the first time. Will the Flip 8 be enough? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe so you don't miss our full unpacked coverage on July 22nd, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.